Have you ever met someone and felt like, wow, this is different? That's exactly what happens in A Big Bold Beautiful Journey. It's a movie about two people played by the amazing Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell who meet completely by chance. It happens at a wedding of all places. You know how weddings are, sometimes you meet the most interesting people. Their connection is immediate, and it sparks something really special between them. This isn't your typical boy meets girl story, it's about two souls finding each other and deciding to go on a journey together. A trip that's less about the destination, and more about what they discover along the way. The movie doesn't waste time with a lot of heavy backstory. In fact, it's very intentional about that. We don't get bogged down with details like what their jobs are or what their hobbies are. The director Kogonada wanted it that way. The idea is that by keeping the characters a little bit like blank slates, we, the audience, can see ourselves in them. It's a clever way to make the story feel more personal. So, instead of focusing on their pasts, the film throws us right into their present moment, this incredible, spontaneous decision to embark on an adventure that will change them forever. It's a fresh take on storytelling for sure. So, where does this journey begin? Well, after their initial meeting, they find themselves needing a car. This leads to one of the most memorable scenes in the entire film, the car rental scene. Here they encounter two German car rental agents played by the hilarious Phoebe Waller-Bridge and the legendary Kevin Kline. It's an extended cameo that just steals the show. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is full of this wild manic energy that is so funny to watch, while Kevin Kline plays it a bit softer, creating a perfect comedic balance. This scene sets the tone for the movie, letting you know that you're in for something unpredictable and a little bit quirky. From there, the journey truly begins. With keys in hand, Margot and Colin's characters hit the road, but this is no ordinary road trip. The movie uses their physical journey as a metaphor for their internal one. It's all about self-discovery. As they travel, they talk, they laugh, and they confront some deep truths about themselves and each other. The film explores big ideas about life, love, and finding your place in the world. It's a journey that's both literal and deeply emotional, and you really feel like you're right there in the car with them, figuring things out as they go. It's beautiful, it's bold, and it's definitely big. This movie doesn't look like anything else you'll see this year. Seriously. Director Kogonada, who also worked on fantastic projects like Pachinko, brings a very artistic and experimental style to the film. Instead of realistic sets, many scenes take place on a black box stage, which is something you'd normally see in a play. This makes everything feel very theatrical and abstract. It forces you to focus on the characters and their emotions, rather than getting distracted by a busy background. The style is a huge part of the storytelling, creating a world that feels both intimate and larger than life at the same time. It's a bold choice, and it really sets the film apart. One of the biggest influences on the film's look is anime. If you've ever seen the incredible Japanese animated film Your Name, you might notice some similarities in the visual language. A Big Bold Beautiful Journey uses vibrant colors and dreamlike sequences that feel like they've been lifted straight out of a high-end anime. It gives the movie a magical, almost surreal quality. This isn't your standard Hollywood romance, it's more like a moving painting. The artistic choices are meant to reflect the characters' inner worlds, showing us their feelings and memories in a way that's more creative than just simple dialogue. It's visually stunning. The film is constantly playing with what's real and what isn't. You might be watching a normal conversation in a car, and then suddenly, the scene will shift into a completely abstract visual representation of a memory or a feeling. It can be a little jarring at first, but once you get into the rhythm of it, it's pretty cool. The movie is kind of like What Dreams May Come or even the Robin Williams classic Toys, where the visuals are just as important as the plot. Kogonada is asking the audience to let go of their expectations and just experience the film on an emotional and sensory level, which is a big ask, but can be very rewarding. This artistic approach is what makes A Big Bold Beautiful Journey so unique. It's not just telling a story, it's creating a mood and an atmosphere. The abstract style allows the film to explore complex themes of self-discovery without having to spell everything out for the audience. The dreamlike scenes and anime-inspired visuals are all part of the journey itself, pulling you deeper into the character's emotional landscape. It's a film that wants you to feel it, not just watch it. Whether you're a fan of experimental film or not, you have to admit it's a big artistic swing. You can't talk about this movie without talking about Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell. These two are incredible. They have such amazing chemistry on screen, and you totally believe their connection from the very first scene. They are the heart and soul of the film. The script gives them some pretty tough, sometimes existential dialogue, but they handle it like pros. They make you care about these two strangers on their wild journey. You can just tell they had a great time working together, and that energy really comes through and carries the entire movie. Without them, I'm not sure the film would work as well as it does. Colin Farrell gets a moment to really shine with a full-on dance number. Yes, you heard that right, it's this big, expressive musical sequence, and he absolutely crushes it. It's one of those scenes that you'll be talking about long after the movie is over. It's unexpected, and shows a whole different side of him as an actor. Margot Robbie is fantastic as well. Her character is quirky, and a bit mysterious, kind of like Gina Davis in The Accidental Tourist. She wears these knee-high suede boots even when it's raining, which is a funny little detail that tells you so much about who she is. She really brings this charming, free-spirited energy to the role. Beyond the main two, the supporting cast is just as great. I already mentioned the car rental scene with Phoebe Waller-Bridge and Kevin Kline, which is a total highlight. It's so funny, and perfectly sets up the unusual adventure to come. We also get to see Hamish Linklater, who plays Colin Farrell's father, in a series of flashbacks. These scenes add an extra layer of emotional depth to Farrell's character, helping us understand some of the baggage he's carrying on this journey. Even in smaller roles, every actor brings their A-game, which really elevates the whole film. It's a testament to great casting. There are other little moments that stick with you too. For instance, there's a scene with some pretty obvious product placement for Burger King. Margot Robbie's character is eating a cheeseburger, and they even mention the Whopper by name. It's a little strange, and kind of takes you out of the movie for a second, but it's also another one of those quirky details that makes the film so memorable. From the big dance numbers to the small character quirks, the movie is filled with these standout moments that are powered by its incredibly talented cast. They make the journey worthwhile. So, is A Big Bold Beautiful Journey a masterpiece or a big miss? Honestly, it's a very mixed bag. On one hand, you have to admire the ambition. It's a huge artistic swing. Not many big Hollywood movies are willing to be this experimental and abstract. The performances are fantastic across the board, and the chemistry between Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell is electric. Certain scenes, like the opening and the car rental bit, are genuinely great filmmaking. The movie is trying to do something different, something more artistic than your typical romantic drama, and you have to give it credit for that. However, the film does have its weaknesses. The biggest issue for many people will be the script. At times, the dialogue can feel a little on the nose or even cringeworthy, like something you'd read on a Hallmark greeting card. It tries so hard to be deep and meaningful that it sometimes feels like you're in a 2-hour therapy session. The abstract nature of the film, while beautiful, can also make it hard to connect with the story on a deeper level. It's a movie that some might say is trying a little too hard to be profound, which can be exhausting. There's also a bit of a debate about the casting. While Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell are amazing, some feel they bring a big American energy to a story that feels more European or Asian in its existential style. It creates a slight disconnect. Colin Farrell, as great as he is, might also be a little too old for a character who seems to be going through an earlier stage of life development. These are small nitpicks for sure, because their performances are still top-notch, but it's something you might notice while watching. So, who is this movie for? If you love artistic, experimental films and are a fan of directors who take big risks, you will probably appreciate what A Big Bold Beautiful Journey is trying to do. If you're someone who enjoys visual storytelling and doesn't mind a bit of ambiguity, this could be right up your alley. But, if you're looking for a straightforward story with a clear plot and realistic characters, this might not be the film for you. It's not a total waste of time, but it's definitely a your mileage may vary kind of movie. It's a beautiful journey, but a bumpy one.